Hello, Cancer, and welcome back to TenPaths Tarot. I'm really glad to see you here today. And today's Spirit has given us a powerful message about growth. And the first card that came out of the Oracle deck was Restless Energy. So this woman feels like she's accomplishing the world. Everything is going her way. She's had a great success and she is celebrating. But Spirit gave me a second card at the same time, and that is Organize the Mind. And so now it's time to go from this to this. And it just is a process of maturation. It doesn't matter how old you are. Those who are older like me know that you never stop maturing, because that youthful energy is still inside of you. You never lose that, so you can relax if you're young. You never lose that youthful enthusiasm if you don't want to. But that enthusiasm needs to be tempered with looking toward the future. And this isn't to scare you. In and around her hair, there are words woven. One is finances. So it might be a time to look at what you've been putting out while you're celebrating and start directing that towards something more settled or something that will grow. For instance, this raven on the top of her head, through the years has woven this great nest. And woven into that nest is also the word serendipity. So she has looked for opportunities during her life that will allow her to grow and expand and to release this energy in a constructive way. And so the first card out of the deck was the Nine of Spirals. This is the wind blowing our desires our way. But it also signifies change. A change is about to occur. And that change could be physical or it could be internal. The next card up is the Empress. We're feeling in control, but we're starting to realize that we are part of the world. Look at the different energy here. This woman looks very separate from the world, like it's just me against the world. But here she's starting to realize, not really. We're all part of this world, and I'm just a small part. And she's starting to open her eyes and see all the connections, all of that serendipity around her. Now that card telling us to organize our mind goes with the next card, the Five of Scrolls. There are some minor things that keep going around in our mind, and it's time to take those. See, they're blank. The thoughts are blank. They really don't amount to anything. Just stick them in the stone and walk away from them. You don't need them to continue in the direction you're going. And here we have the Ten of Scrolls. This is that tiger energy. Tiger energy is not a bad thing, but there comes a point when the mother tiger says, look at what I have taught you. That's what's caging it in. Now it's time to step out of that cage and start using what you have learned to become bigger and stronger and bolder and more wise and more strong. And so the first step in that direction is to, again, take what you know. The swords represent what we know. This is the Seven of Swords. And as you see, this man is carrying away what he's learned, except if he's not careful, he might leave the one he needs most behind accidentally. So we have to carefully actually start thinking about what direction we want to go in and how what we've learned can lend to that. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. We still have a lot of energy, a lot of emotional energy. But look at this, we're starting to see ourselves as small in relation to the whole world. That doesn't mean we don't have wings. We have beautiful wings and can fly and contribute. But we're starting to harness that energy, that big frog that can leap far now has a harness on it. It's somewhat under control. And then once we kind of get a grip on all of that energy, once we can learn to start calming ourselves down, putting our thoughts in order, then it might be time for a period of reflection. And here he is surrounded by blessings. Those cups represent loving blessings, loving bounties. And there's still more bounty. Water also represents bounty, and he's gazing into a big pool of water right here. And so he's starting to see that there are many ways he could be looking at things, and possibly many ways of moving forward. And Spirit is saying, you can move forward if you want, and he's saying, I will, but I need to sit here a moment and get my bearings. Look at what I've been doing, how I've thought in the past, how that is helping or hurting me, and putting it all into perspective. And once you do that, that's when the magic starts to happen. He looks like he's conjuring up a bright future here on earth. That pentacle represents earth, the things we need here. And he is now seeing that future as being bright. He's half goat, and that means he's ready to move forward. And he doesn't look like he's going to move forward recklessly. He's really considering the value of what he wants and the direction he could go and what he has to do to make that happen. And so right now this is signifying there's been a big change within you. You had so much energy and felt so free. Perhaps you just ended a cycle that left you feeling good, like moving forward. But now that cycle has ended. And whenever that happens, there's a lull. There's a lull after a cycle where we have to regain our footing and start looking at what was learned through that cycle so we can use that to continue growing emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And that is Spirit's message for you today. I hope that helped you, Cancer. I hope to see you again soon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope you'll consider subscribing. Bye for now.